Provision follows position, not emotion. Peace, power, and purpose to the kings tuning in. You are now locked in to Anatomy of a King. I'm your host, Raymond Charles, and this is where we break down the mind, rebuild the man, and restore the crown. Today, we're talking about one of the most important forms of masculine protection: financial boundaries with women. Let's unpack that. Let me talk to you straight. A man's money is not just money. It's order. It's direction. It's identity. It's the blueprint of how he moves through the world. When a man loses control of his money, he loses control of his future. And when he loses control of his future, he loses control of his peace. Most men don't get destroyed by women. They get destroyed by financial decisions they make around women. Because here's the truth. A man without financial boundaries becomes a man without a future. A man who funds chaos becomes a man who lives in it. And men get pulled into financial confusion because of loneliness, desire, guilt, pressure, manipulation, wanting to be the good guy, wanting to be chosen, wanting to be needed. But King, your money is not a love language. Your money is not a commitment. Your money is not a rescue mission. Your money is a tool, and tools require discipline. See, this is where financial sovereignty begins. You pay your bills, you fund your life, you build your future. Because the only kingdom you're responsible for is yours. Let's get surgical. If you don't live there, you don't pay there. If she's not your wife, if you don't live under her roof, if you don't share that household, then you do not pay major bills in her house. Not rent, not mortgage, not utilities, not emergencies, not lifestyle upgrades. Because the moment you start paying bills in a house you don't live in, you create a false marriage. You create false responsibility, false commitment, false expectations, false emotional ties, and false financial obligations. You step into husband territory without the covenant, and that's how men get trapped. This is avoiding false commitment. This is masculine financial order. This is long-term stability. Let me make it plain. If you do not live under that roof, you do not fund that roof. Provision follows position, not emotion. Now I want to talk about one of my favorite rules, the boyfriend rule. If she has a man, you don't give her money. If she has a man, if they're doing life together, if they're building something, if they're sharing bills, if they're sharing a home, then you tell her calmly, firmly, ask your man, not out of spite, not out of jealousy, and not out of ego. but out of respect for yourself and respect for their relationship structure. This is clean masculine boundaries. Because if she chose him, she chose his leadership, his protection, his provision, his problem solving, his responsibility. You are not, I repeat, you are not the co-signer for her relationship. You are not the emergency fund for her relationship. You are not the financial cushion for her relationship. You are not the backup provider for her relationship. You don't fund another man's household. You don't subsidize another man's leadership. You don't support a relationship you're not in. This is respecting her relationship structure, avoiding emotional triangulation, and protecting masculine energy. Now, they're going to put up a fight. They're going to scratch and claw. So we're going to talk about the manipulation act. How women use men financially without realizing it. See, so let's talk about the part men never see coming. See, some women, not all, but some, will use your financial kindness to avoid accountability. They'll say, I just need a little help. You're the only one I can ask. I'm going through something. My man doesn't understand. I don't want to bother him. I want to say that one again because I've heard that one. I didn't want to bother him, but you want to bother me? Then, I'll pay you back. I'm in a bind. But here's the truth. Some women don't want your commitment. They want your convenience. And convenience is expensive. See, this is financial manipulation patterns and emotional provider dynamics. You respond, I do not do financial favors. I don't fund situations. I don't pay bills for women I'm not committed to. Calm, firm, direct, no guilt, no anger, no explanation. So let's get to the King's card. What you do and don't pay. I can't just tell you don't pay. And so let me help you out. I'm going to give you a roadmap. You do pay for your rent, your car, your utilities, your food, your insurance, your investments, your future, your responsibilities, your household, your wife, if you choose marriage. Now let's go over the things you do not pay for. A woman's rent, a woman's mortgage, a woman's car note, a woman's utilities, a woman's emergencies, a woman's lifestyle, a woman's debt, a woman's household, a woman's man, a woman's choices. A king funds his kingdom, not someone else's. This is masculine financial order. This is long-term stability. King, boundaries are protection, not punishment. Hear me clearly. Financial boundaries aren't harsh. They're holy. They protect your future, your peace, your discipline, and they protect your kingdom. A man with boundaries becomes a man with power. A man without boundaries becomes a man without direction. So let me leave you with this. If she's not your wife, she's not your financial responsibility. If she has a man, tell her to go ask her man. And remember, what you don't change, you choose. And this change can't afford excuses. See you on the next one. First.